Hello and welcome to Excellence United panel discussion on Your Perfect Project. My name is Elke Sternberger-Rützel and I'm very pleased to guide you through this session. In the next 30 minutes, we will explore together the aspects of optimal project management, creative approaches and solutions, as well as best practice examples of realized projects. Afterward, all participants will be available for your questions in live Q&A sessions. So let's start. The Excellence United Strategic Alliance is characterized, among other things, by its ability to offer complete production lines for the pharmaceutical industry. Under the motto, Your Perfect Project, we are talking today to Rainer Krugmann, Global Director Sales at Fette Compacting, Klaus Moller, Head of Sales and Service at Glatt, Laura Gildein. She is Project Manager at Harro Höfliger Verpackungsmaschinen, and Klaus Breik, Director Sales at Uhlmann Pac-Systemes. So, in Excellence United, what do you understand by a perfect project and what do your customers expect?
Yeah, from customer perspective, we consider two core elements to be crucial for a successful project implementation. First, it is the selection of the right machines, the right process units for a dedicated packaging or production line. Compromises in the face of investments usually are expensive. The losses during the life cycle of the line, of the system, typically accumulate and overcompensate and overweigh the cost savings in the investments phase. Secondly, the interaction of these process units, of these machines, needs to be planned accordingly and optimal, and for sure coordinated smoothly. Ultimately, it is about keeping the agreed timelines, the cost and the quality specifications. We believe that the concept of the Excellence United as an alliance of globally leading companies really distinguish us from other providers of integrated lines. An Excellence United line is always consisting only out of technical leading components. And this is also why we think that we can fulfill the two core elements I just mentioned particularly well.
If I might just step in here, technically leading solution is of course one of the components, to be honest, Rainer, but we must not forget other elements as well, such as sustainability of the equipment, which we can hear more and more in the industry, durability of the equipment, life cycle cost, to name a few. And this is also something what we need to consider, or what a customer needs to consider if it comes to the actual purchase. And Elke, I don't know if you know, but all of us four companies, we are family-owned mid-sized companies, which helps us very much so in a project to react agile on changing demands of our customers. And this is actually also the mindset of all of us within the Excellence United, really, that whenever there is a project change, and we notice that this always is going to happen in this dynamic world, that we can accommodate to these changes very easily and adapt very quickly to that one.
And Klaus, please let me add this at this point. It is our passion to work in interdisciplinary teams. It is our passion to develop solutions for complex tasks and to work in challenging processes. One very good example for this is the project X-Straw. With this project, we developed a new dosage form for elderly people or children who are often struggling to take their medicine, for example as capsules or tablets. With the X-Straw, we have pre-filled drinking straw with which it is very easy for those people to take their medicine and to ingest it in a way they sometimes don't even notice it. The straw is pre-filled with the medicine, and even with the first sip, drinking any kind of drink, the medicine is ingested. In this project, the Excellence United worked together. We were aiming for the same goal, and we managed to achieve huge advantages. Actually, two main advantages. One for the customer, having a patient-friendly and a very convenient way to take the medicine, and the other one for the customer itself. They had the possibility to differentiate in the market. And this is just one project to mention if talking about bi- or trilateral projects itself.
So interfaces are one thing, but how do you deal with challenges that arise early in a project?
The first phase of every project is actually of tremendous importance. The first idea is born, the customer is coming up with the first draft and is trying to develop it further. And in this phase, a lot of challenges can also arise. Customers thinking about how can we do it, how can we solve it, and this is where we are keen on being involved. In the beginning, communication is very important. Communication between us, with the customer, making sure what are we actually talking about. And herefore a very good tool is the user requirement specification. With this tool, with this item, we've got the possibility to write down all requests the customers got, and we can make sure that everybody knows what we're talking about. In this step, we as technological leaders see our possibility to support the customer to find a feasible but also plausible solution for his needs. We are very keen on being involved in this step to make sure we are right from the beginning going into the right direction. And there are very good examples how such projects can look like. Am I right?
Yes, that's right. We have even internal projects within Excellent United. In 2018, for instance, we did develop the Cube. The Cube was a showpiece where we showed a fully integrated OSD line from dispensing through to the final packaging with all Excellent United partners. We even did jointly develop an Excellent United IoT platform which customers could see. And this was the starting point for a collaboration which we had with a customer in Mexico called PISA, where we provided a fully OEB 5 lines. We delivered one line, an oncology line, as well as an immunosuppression line. The oncology line is a 10,500 square meter facility and is producing around 500 million OSD products per year in form of capsules and tablets. The immunosuppression facility is around 7,500 square meters and is producing 200 million OSD tablets and capsules per annum. Excellent United was involved from the very beginning of the project, and it was a true team spirit with the customer to provide the equipment for this facility. And I think that PISA is proud today to ready to be in production shortly after, after 2.5 years. Clearly, this is the most modern facility, especially on containment for OEB 5 in the region, but probably even globally.
The last year and a half has shown us through the pandemic how difficult it can be to implement projects under such conditions. After all, the Excellent United companies are global. How has the collaboration in the alliance helped you to cope with the situation?
As you already said, for more than a year now, the pandemic probably changed all our lives and showed us new challenges. Traveling is strongly restricted, and the installation of machines in other countries, even continents, seems to be nearly impossible. Sometime before the pandemic started or changed our lives in some kind of ways, we got a lead on a project for a turnkey assembly and packaging line. And this is a quite good example to show you how we can manage those challenges. In this line, the customer asked us to integrate 6 machines of different original equipment manufacturers to one production line. As the final customer is placed in Asia, we were asked if we can build up or actually rebuild the line at our Harro Höfliger site in Germany to make sure installation and commissioning runs smoothly later on at the customer site. This idea gave us the possibility to build this line at our site and to make sure we can kind of rehearse the installation, also commissioning. With the pandemic came right across, but it also showed us the advantages we've got with this project itself. The installation and commissioning were planned very detailed with workshops which happened to be virtually. With this detailed plan, the first lockdown came. The installation and commissioning basically were running very smoothly, and we could stay with the original time schedule. We did not have any delay on the project because we planned it very good in the beginning. Initially, we were aiming with this project to have the possibility to reduce the efforts at the customer side to a minimum. But with the pandemic, we were shown how huge the advantages actually were. With a very detailed planning, we could have the installation running almost without any influence on the project itself. Those project risks, nobody of us had in their minds, were thinking of, and we could show that those risks can be minimized to a very low level. With this ideal project management for the system integration itself, we could have some kind of very good base frame and also have a safe spot for every of the team members involved. This is one possibility to manage complex projects, but there's also the possibility to support our customers locally.
Locally, when the goods arrive on site, then we as Excellent United, as a global player, we need to take care of the installation as well as qualification and hand over to the customer before going into production. We have qualified experts around the world in our own organizations as well as in partner organizations who we have a long-term relationship with. During the pandemic situation, we could really see how strong our team locally was, as the most of the project had to be supported from Germany via digital tools, and the local experts could carry out the tasks on site. And we are proud to say that we didn't have any major delays on site during these projects. One example is our organization Excellent United in Turkey, which we established together 7.5 years ago. Today we have a team who actually was with us from the very beginning, and they are very experienced. They are trained in the headquarters, and they support our customers from the initial phase through to the final project when it is done. And of course we carry out the service with our local team in Turkey.
And close, not to forget, our colleagues in Russia and in the Scandinavian and Baltic region. Over the years, we also could establish our sales and service setups for the Excellent United and those regions as well. And from the feedback from the customer we get, they really say this is a unique setup within the pharmaceutical plant and machine engineering. So this is really building up the confidence, and it helps both of us. It helps the customer and it helps us, of course, at the end of the day, being closer to the customer.
Oh, that sounds good, but I can imagine that it's not so easy when several independent companies work together. Were there any problems in the past?
Well, yeah.
My point, I would say, to give you an answer. Yes and no, I can say. It's that we are, since many years, partners, and we know each other since many years, and that's also true for a lot of our colleagues internationally. So it is easy to make business. That's the one thing. However, it's also that we have been setting a set of rules, for example, for project management. And one of them is that always one company goes in the lead. And a complex project needs to be managed. One project leader takes the responsibility, and the other companies support with their project managers. And this single point of contact, we for sure also love to have on customer side.
This is a real benefit for your customer, but can you give us a more concrete example for this?
There's maybe one which is referring to one of the projects we just have been looking on. So outside of Europe, of our time zone, and complex projects, it makes really perfect sense to install a local project manager. And actually that's what we did in the PISA project. Yeah. Speaking the local language, being in the same time zone, really simplified and improved the collaboration with PISA. So it really was a game changer and very successful. And that is an example how we deal with that. And it was an Excellent United project manager. Actually, we installed him in Fette Compacting's office in Mexico City. But I also would like to say it's been part of our strategy since many years to position and place the competence so close as possible to the customer as we can. And for that reason, we have been building a network of global subsidiaries with our experts in there, the main pharmaceutical clusters, I would say. And that is something where I would say it really makes a difference, because that allows us, the structure allows us to install, for example, a project manager in a subsidiary somewhere in the world.
Maybe, Rainer, if I also may add one project, because we heard from Laura, FAT is a very crucial point. And if one of the members of the Excellence United can provide their facility and their infrastructure to perform an FAT, that would be super helpful. I have one example with me, which started as an ordinary blister packaging project for a quick dissolving tablet. And the challenge here is really that we have very fragile products which we need to handle very gently. And what we have done, we received from you, from Fette Compacting, a very nice tablet press directly delivered to our facility in Laupheim, and we linked it directly with our blister packaging line. So we have a bespoke interface. You were helping and supporting us in interfacing the tablet press with our feeding system, and the tablets coming directly out from the compacting machine onto a conveying system, and there we have a pick-and-place system feeding the tablets directly into the cavity. And only by having this Excellence United, we could have this bespoke interface, could set up everything in Laupheim very easily, so the startup, the installation and startup in Salt Lake City at a later stage was a piece of cake.
That sounds really impressive, but let's go to the next topic, digitalization. Production data and networking of machines and processes are becoming increasingly important. How important is digitalization for you?
It's very important, Elke. Pharma production is becoming more digital and connected. And Pharma 4.0 is of strategic importance to Excellent United. As mentioned, we at Excellence United, we did show the Cube in 2018. And we showed also that we could do things from theory and even show it in real life how it works. And therefore also today we are working on many projects in digitalization with our customers on a global level, because we have the know-how and the experience to handle such complex projects.
If I may also step in here, the example which we have with PISA was a very good example, because here we started with an overlaying SCADA architecture, and what we can nicely see, the SCADA system is communicating to all intelligent devices, to all HMIs, to all PLCs of all manufacturers within the entire process. And the real benefit and beauty for the customer here is that they have like common standardized and proven interfaces, that they have an easy recipe management, that they have common dashboards, and that makes their life much, much easier. And this is really the path forward. This is really the way things are going in terms of digitalization.
Okay, thank you. In classic plant engineering, projects usually end with commissioning and successful acceptance as FAT. Is it the same with a perfect project or approach, or does something else follow? Do you change some typical items in the industry?
I would say definitely yes, that follows something.
Okay.
Decisive for the customer is the phase after SAT, after startup. And what really counts for him is to have the highest line efficiency. Whatever we talk here now as perfect project, whether it's specification, the design phase, installation phase, etc., is ending up in a production line which should then deliver the productivity the customer is aiming on. And this is really the decisive point. And here, exactly at that point, we offer the support of our experts and specialists. This is a critical phase where our support of our specialists and the collaboration with our customer can really make a difference and really get the project in the right direction.
Very true what you're saying, Rainer. And I usually say the real life starts after SAT. And this is where our customers get to know their suppliers and get to know their partners. And if we talk about like a life cycle management, we should not only think about the classical on-site service. There's much more the Excellence United could offer. Just to name a few examples, we have this Excellence United service portal, which allows a proven remote access to all our equipment, which we have on customer side, doing easy troubleshooting and helping the customer. Another is a common FIMICA tool, failure mode and effective critical analysis. So we can do a common spare parts management together with the customer, identify critical parts, identify rare parts throughout the entire process, and help to do a inventory management with the customer, reducing the cost. And also one important thing, what you just mentioned really, is the OEE analysis. Here we have sophisticated Six Sigma tools in place where our people can come to the customer side, analyze their production, analyze their processes, and improve the situation on site.
Okay, thank you for this. And now we're coming to a totally different topic. There is certainly competition in the Excellent United Strategic Alliance. How do you coordinate your effort here, Laura?
Honestly spoken, our technologies are complementary up to 95%. This means everybody from us knows their own core competences, but we also know the strength of the others. We don't want to spend unnecessary time on discussions regarding responsibilities. For us, the customer is the one standing in the spotlight, and for us, the most important fact is that the customer is 100% satisfied with what we get him.
Excellent United has now been in existence for 10 years. What is your interim balances sheet for joint projects, and what are your expectations for the future? Maybe everybody can add just a few sentences to the end.
Yeah, let me
with
start.
you.
Yes, let me start. It has until now been a fantastic journey, for sure. And we have done a lot of exciting Excellent United projects so far. And the future we'll see when we, because we have a lot of new technologies in the pipeline, all of us, and I'm sure that these can interface with each other for perfect projects also in the future. And of course, digitalization will be a main topic in all our companies for the near future.
As strong as all of our companies are in their specific product segment, only united we can offer an integrated and a unique production line and packaging. I'm pleased with what we achieved and excited about the upcoming. I believe that cooperation and partnership with our customers will be of more importance in the coming years. And this is a great trend, and I'm happy to shape together with you and with our customers what ever comes in partnership in the future.
Oh yeah, sorry for being impolite, but I leave the rest, best for the rest, Laura. If I just may pick up that trend topic from yourself, another major trend what we can see in the industry is really a big dynamic and a continuously changing landscape on our customer side, never being as dynamic and as volatile as we can see as of now. And things we as Excellence United have done well in the past does not necessarily mean that they are good and fit for the future. So we need to continuously evolve ourselves, we need to continuously adapt ourselves. So it's very excited, and I'm really looking forward to this excitement together with such strong partners as with you from the Excellence United.
Excellence United stands for competence in complex processes. Nevertheless, we're not forgetting the flexibility for our customers. We are a strong partner in all processes, starting from granulation, going down to packaging, onto the pallet. Within the last years, we've proven, and I'm sure we will continue to prove it in the future, that this works out in several perfect projects.
Thank you so much for all of you of these insights, and of course, thank you for watching. As already mentioned, each company has experts in these fields who also share their know-how, and you can find more in the download area. Thank you very much.
Hello and good morning to all of you, and thanks for joining here in this early start session. I hope you had a very interesting view on the Excellence United and the perfect project. As you're probably also aware of from previous sessions you have participated, we have a platform where you can send us your questions and we can actively ask those questions or answer those questions. We also have experts in our team if there are some specific questions regarding digitalization or digital projects. We have Tobias Münske with us, who is also an expert in digital projects at Harro Höfliger side. So in order to warm up a little bit, I will share a opinion poll or a rating poll. So for all of us who are still in the Q&A session, I would like to know, how would you rate the Excellence United as your partner for the perfect project? So you have some time now to give us some scoring. Of course, 5 would be excellent, and you're more than happy and delighted to participate or go into a project with us. If there is only 1, then please speak up and let us know why do you think it's not that good to join the Excellence United. So I can see there's also some active scoring now. We have already 4 participants joining in. Looking quite nice. So the majority is saying, yes, Excellence United is a very good partner. They serve my needs. They do help me. Furthermore, are we staying with 4? Because I'm going to close the opinion poll very soon. Are there any questions? Is there something you need to know? Is there something specifically you want to know about the Excellence United? We have all the experts with us. We have Rene Krugmann from Fette Compacting with us. We have Klaus Möller from Glatt with us. We have Laura with us from HH. We also have Elke with us, who did the pleasure and coordinating all of us. And as I said, we have a digital expert with us. Yeah, some more polls coming in. So it's kind of getting now a nice curve. Still the majority is saying, 60% is still saying like, yes, we would rate Excellence United as a good partner. 67, very nice. 7 votes is not that bad for an early start. So I'm gonna close the poll in a few seconds. So it's your last chance. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the opinion poll, the rating poll is closed. Thank you very much for participating. As I said, the result looks quite nice. 7 polls in the early morning is, I think, a good result. And the majority still says like, wow, Excellence United is our perfect partner for a project. I can see there are no real further questions at the moment. So somehow it looks like that we could answer all of your questions, which is a good sign. What I also would like you to invite for our afternoon session. So if you have some colleagues who could not participate early in this morning, we will have the same session again in the afternoon. Please join in, or please give a hint to your colleagues, or maybe other colleagues from different time zones, particularly in the North American time zone or the American time zone, and then join in again, and we will see you there. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.